Hey, good morning. So, if you saw my last video and you coming to see this one, you might still like me. If not, I don't know what to tell you. However, this is going to be a short one. I'm not even sure if I'm going to post this. I might not. But I tell you that, my cricket glasses. First and foremost, my spirit is all pure and love, okay? I know my heart moves, but it's all the way there, okay? Nothing but love from me. I don't want anything to harm. I don't want to harm anybody or anything like that. However, karma is karma. You put bad out in the world, bad will come back to you. So just remember that. So just to let you know, remember I told you that my son can see spirits. Actually, all my kids can see spirits, okay? When it comes to me, right now, I cannot see them. I can feel them. Sometimes I can see flashes of them. Sometimes I can see people. It all depends. I think it's a me thing. It's a me thing. I think I program myself to not be able to see them, but I can feel them. So this morning, my son told me, now there's no many bad spirits in my house. Well, not my house, my mother's house. I stay here. And sometimes he sees spirits moving around. This time is different. So he letting me know there is a lady at my mother's door. Okay? It's a spirit at my mother's door. And I asked him a question. I said, is it a good spirit or bad spirit? He says, it's a bad spirit. I said, okay. Is the spirit like a white spirit? Like, can you see an actual face? He was like, no, it's black. I said, okay, do the spirit have clothes on or clothes on? He said, yes. I said, okay. What did they wear? A pant, jacket, shirt, shoes, or dress? He said a dress. I said, what color? He said red. It's a red dress. I said, do the person have hair or anything? He was like, it's not an angel. It has horns. It actually has horns. He said it has horns. I said, do the spirit has feet or shoes or anything? Nothing. It's floating. And he said it's trying to get in the room, and the spirit is waiting for her to open the door. Once she opened the door, the spirit is going to give her the potion. I said, okay. So at one point, I was about to take the spirit and okay, let's take it back. But then I had to ask the spirit because, I told you I don't want nothing bad people, but it is what it is. So I had a, quick conversation walking by, are you for me, to help me out in this journey? Yes. Okay. All right. I'm going to let you do what you got to do because my mother has put spells on me. Okay. And if y'all seen my last video with Suki, in Fairy World, I already know my mother's spirit is trapped. Okay, I already know her spirit trapped, and there is another spirit inside of her body. Okay, sometimes for me to have a great day, a lot of times earth angels are in their bodies, and my mom and my uncle body, and they communicate through them like that. So whenever they act nice to me, it's an earth angel consuming their body at the moment. However, there's moments when these demonic spirits come in and they allow them. So when the demonic spirit comes in to try to attack me, they fall back so I can get that message on what's going on. Like what happened yesterday when she kind of came at me because I didn't want to accept something from her, but I knew that it was a spiritual gift, meaning it was a demonic gift. It was something that was to get me caught up in their stuff. So if you looked at the last video on how they try to get Suki the apple, it was something like that. If I would have accepted the gift, then they would feel like they still have attachment to me. So I'm not accepting anything. So yeah, so kids do see ghosts. Okay, they can see spirits. Every child sees something differently. Okay, every child can see something differently. So listen, if your child tells you, hey, I see something going on, ask questions, ask follow-up questions. If you see your child drawing certain things, pay attention to what they're drawing, because sometimes they can really be drawing a spirit that they are seeing. So pay attention. Does that mean you need to go out here to practitioners and all of that? Be careful with that, because you go out to people and they can put curses on you. And this is what has happened. So these practitioners that these people been going to, they end up turned around, flip the spells back onto them. And that's literally what happened. They found out that in order for a practitioner to technically put a spell on someone, that person has to be doing something to you. That's the way they do it in order for them to not get caught up in it. Some people, they don't check the spirit. They just want the money. So they'll take the money and still put the spell out there. But technically, you don't supposed to do that. You're supposed to check the spirit to make sure that that spirit is actually either the victim or the villain, however you want to call it. But so what's going on is all the spells that they put on me is coming back on them. Like the other day, she asked me a question. She was like, "Why is there blood on my floor?" And I know I ain't doing nothing. So she don't realize that these spirits are attacking her. She think it's me. How can I say it? Now it is me, because I'm the gateway. I'm the one that provides the vindications for people. I'm the one that provides the karma back to people because of who I am. So I did tell her that yesterday. I said, hey, I'm doing it now. Before, I wasn't doing it. It was these other people. But because of who I am now, and everything is switching over to me, yes, I am providing back the karma in your life that you put on me. And when she starts saying some stuff to me yesterday, my spirit started talking. Well, I started speaking in tongues right to her. So everything she cursed me with, I gave right back to her as soon as she said it. And I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. Because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm doing it in your face. I don't have nothing to hide. So whenever y'all, like, even I'm going to give y'all heads up. Whenever y'all sit back and say something hateful into the comments, my spirit automatically send that energy right back to you, just to let y'all know that. So I'm not saying you can't talk and communicate. You can debate. You can say, hey, I don't understand, or this and that. But when you start attack mode, spirit automatically says, okay, if you want to be on that level, we're gonna be on that level. So I'm giving a heads up. Okay, I'm like the mama. I told y'all I'm old school. I would tell you behind up. Okay, I'm not abusive now. Okay, but if you send abuse to me, you get abuse back. You know, I match your energy. Now when it comes to little kids and stuff, no, I'm not about that life or whatever. Teach them different ways. But when it comes to adults, you fair game, pumping. You fair game. Once you go in that world, just remember who's the boss. Okay, that's it. Other than that, I just want love, happiness, and prosperity for people. But I told you, they're not what I tell y'all. I'm sorry, but the point is just me, okay? But then I tell y'all, what the gods are, they everything. They want what they want. They want what they want. Okay, I'm not a materialistic person. However, I want y'all to know, because I don't look at material things as my saving grace. I just look at it as it's a nice, it's like I like cake, but I like icing on my cake too. It's like that. Y'all just want to go straight to the icing and eat all the icing off the cake. I'm like, give me the pound part. Give me that. Give me all of that. The mixture and all that stuff you had to put together and warm it up and do all the ingredients and mix it. Yeah, I need to go through that process, and then I can enjoy the icing that's on top. That's how I roll. So yes, when everything transfer over, when you see me out here and if you see me flying by, okay, I'm going to follow the speed limit. But if you see me living a luxury life and enjoying the happiness and stuff, just remember, I had to go into that oven first. Okay? Remember, I had to sit in that oven first. So yes, I'm going to enjoy the icing that's on top of this cake. Alright? That's how it go. That's how we all supposed to be. But think about it like this. How many people just eat just the icing and get sick? Alright? On that note, y'all have a blessed day.